Hi, beautiful friend. Welcome to today's video. There's a message that I'm very excited to share about today. I was sitting with my guides and asking, we just filmed the video on Sekhmet, and I was like, is there anything else to share? And about 2021 specifically, like what can I expect for 2021 energetically? And what I heard was you and we have been preparing for the quantum jumps ahead. So I wanna break that down because there's a lot of like instant manifestation or making quantum jumps and you can do that, and I'm sure you've experienced that. Right? When things aren't really like lining up in a linear way, but then there's, but then in hindsight, it's like, wow, that actually was all aligned perfectly, right? Now, what I'm hearing for 2021 and beyond is that time is really, it's like stretching. And I don't know if it's time or more, if it's time and space, but there's this like stretching that I'm seeing right now. And I think that, what I was hearing, it's like you're gonna be able to make quantum jumps in your life. Like this will be one of those years where you take a mental timestamp of where you're sitting, what your life looks like, feels like, what is your daily inner dialogue, what is your diet, what is your, just every way that you are showing up to life in a day-to-day way. Be open and willing that could look entirely different in a year's time. By the time we get to the next 2022. Be open that things are, you have the potential to make quantum jumps. Now, here's what I've experienced though with quantum jumps and what my guides wanted to share is like you can make quantum jumps, but it's almost like I'm seeing the image of like, have you ever seen those snow skiers that they take these huge jumps, they go off a big ramp, right? They go off into a big ramp and then they're literally flying, right? They're flying in the air. They're human beings flying with snow skis on. Like they're so high up in the air. I was always fascinated by that visual as a little kid, like watching the Olympics or whatever, like, oh my gosh, like look at the human, like that's possible. You can actually fly up in the air. So cool. But then like what happens? You have to land back on the ground in a safe way. So it's not only about the big quantum jump that is available. Okay, it's totally available. But like can you just like so gracefully land from that jump? That has to be taken into account. Must be taken into account. Yes to the quantum jumps. Yes, you have been preparing for it. Yes, you have been actually training for this sort of level of manifestation, of connection, of beauty. Just absolute, like, just the preciousness of life. More of that. Yes. It's going to take a lot of understanding who you are, always first, understanding who you are, and when the projection, which is going to come, it's going to come in 2021, there's going to be the projection, the fear, it's all like, that's not disappearing, of course. If anything, it's going to get a lot more interesting in this upcoming year, right? You got to know who you are. And as you are like making quantum jumps in like, as we are doing the foot in both worlds, you need to have a foot in both worlds. Like you do need to understand what is happening with your own quantum reality, what is totally possible for you, how you're going to land that quantum jump. But then also, like, make sure that you are just checking in, just aware of the collective. That is going to be, my mentor always says, it's going to help you be in the right place at the right time. And that's what we want right now. You need to be in the right place at the right time. That requires, like, yes to the visioning, to the going forward, to the quantum jumps, to making that beautiful flight, right? And then landing it as gracefully, and the crowd goes wild, and it's just like, that was incredible. Also, that other foot that is on the ground, and, you know, just aware of what is happening in the, what shall we call it? The simulated projection that more and more is just seeming, it's just so obvious, but it's there, right? And that's still very real for a lot of people. We need to have a lot of compassion for that. We can't see ourselves as like in a sense, it's just going to be such an interesting year because in a sense, right, you're going to be quantum leaping, you're going to be jumping, flying through life. And what my partner Ben and I were talking about as we're about to make this like next big quantum jump, and there's more preparation, steadiness, groundedness as we are about to take that leap. Some of the things that we find to be really, really helpful is to do things like show up at and volunteer at a food bank. Show up and like look at people in the eye and just love them, bless them. Write a note to grandma. Pick up the phone and call grandma. Pick up the phone and call someone you know that they're having a hard time. Just like, hey, I had 5 minutes. I was thinking of you. I'm here to listen, and I love you. Again, and I have 5 minutes, but I'm gonna go. But like, I just want you to know, or send a voice to text, whatever. It keeps us connected to humanity and to our loved ones, and and yes, you can still like create the most incredible miracles in your life. You can do both. Because for a while, I thought when I made a quantum jump, I sort of had to like, and this is true, but I thought I had to completely detach from the rest of reality. And it's just not the best way to go about it. It's not the best way. And I'm becoming more and more curious about what's the absolute highest path for myself and others. So I wanted to share that this is absolutely a year for quantum jumps. It's just like, I feel that for certain. I know that I'm here sharing a lot of messages from spirit, from ascended masters, from, these like otherworldly, other planes of reality. Okay. I know that I'm doing that. Something that these masters want me to communicate really clearly, though, it's like they are incredible to work with as mentors, but we also need real life mentors. It's not, they want you seeking out other people to be in community with, and you're not supposed to like, that is good. It's good. There are good people who can support your quantum jumps. Open your heart and your mind to that possibility. There are people who can support your physical healing journey. Maybe you have some things with your physical body that it's like, you know what, this is the year to make quantum jumps with my physical health, or with my, whatever it is that you're like, okay, I'm really ready for this. I'm really, really ready. Yes, the Ascended Masters and all of these guides and the tools that I'm sharing and all of this is totally available, but bring it into balance with making sure that you have like the human touch coming in, that connection, guidance, trusted mentors who be open to that, be willing and asking to receive that much support. And then it's really helpful to have our guides in those other realms, like the Ascended Masters, that we can check in with and be like, okay, how is this going for me? How are we doing here? You know, it's that is just something, you know, as you are making those quantum jumps, something that certainly helps with the landing is the landing happening really safely, very smoothly, and you just glide right on to the next ramp where you take that next huge quantum leap off into, like, where we're all just like, how did you do it? Like, what really supports that is a good coach, a good mentor, a good balance of masculine and feminine energies supporting your journey. So that's another thing to really keep in mind in 2021 is, like, you know, get the support, get the personal trainer, get the support. I think over the last few years, we've seen such an uprising of spiritual teachers, gurus, wellness coaches, all of the things. It's really great. Find the one that's like really in it and really available for your highest success. They're in it for you. They're here, they're serving you and your highest path. That is when you know you've got somebody that there's a good thing going. It's like they don't know, they can see the next quantum jump that you can make. It's like you're right here, like totally in the current quantum jump, and they're like, I'm seeing you, and I'm seeing where you can go with those next few quantum jumps. That's a really good person to have as a coach and as a mentor. So I just felt like that was a really important message to bring through as well as we go into 2021. There's good people, you know, offering really powerful services that, so just check in with your body, with, you know, who you can trust. And I always take all of that up in prayer and ask for signs, ask for the knowingness to know, to guide you. And I just think this is going to be one of the most exciting years of our lives. I do. I think that there's going to be really interesting challenges that come up, but I'm excited to meet those challenges and to see you there, to see each other there. This is such a gift. Life is it's a complete gift. We have navigated a really incredible year. I'm so excited to, like, continue to raise the bar. It's just, I'm such a yes to this life. So grateful for this life. So grateful for you that you're here. And as always, I want to bless your journey with the miracles only you could be so brilliant to command. So be it.